We are with you in the continuation of the Unreal Engine training series, by introducing the menus of this popular program. To run your project, you can run Epic Games Launcher. Go to the Library tab. Then in the search field, enter the name of the project or find it directly. We can run it by double-clicking. But for more convenience, you can right-click on it and select Create a shortcut from the available options. This creates an icon of the project on the desktop. At the top is a toolbar. Here I will introduce the features that are more useful in the first place. The most used part is related to running the game. Here you can specify in which window you want the game to run and for what purpose. Selecting the first option runs the game on the same viewport page. As you can see, on this page you can transfer control to the game by clicking the left mouse button. That means you can only control the character after that. To return control to the Unreal Engine environment, we must press the Shift and F1 keys. By selecting a new editor window, the game will run in a new window separate from the Unreal Engine environment. In this way, the game can be run in the desired dimensions. By entering Advanced Settings, you can specify the dimensions of the screen. By selecting Standalone Game, you can run the game on a new page that is independent of the Unreal Engine editor. You can exit this page with the Alt and F4 keys. By selecting Simulate, you can run the game in the editor, with this special possibility that you can move inside the game environment and you will be able to edit the game. For example, we move one of the cubes in the game up by clicking the left mouse button. Then go to the Details and Physics section and check to enable physics. Now we run the game. You can move the cube while the game is running and see the effect of physics on it. You can also pause the game by clicking on Pause and run the game frame by frame by clicking on Frame Skip. This situation is very useful for troubleshooting the game. Pay attention. Any changes you make to objects in this mode will be lost after stopping. To save the changes, you have to right-click on the object and select Keep Simulation Changes, or more simply, press the K shortcut key. In the File menu, the Save All option saves the entire game. Since it is always possible to exit the program untimely in Unreal Engine, I suggest you use this option constantly and to get used to it. As you may have noticed, when we move one of the objects in the scene, they move according to the grid. The same thing happens when you turn them. This makes it easier and more accurate to put objects together. You can use this menu to change the size of the grid related to the movement of objects, or disable it altogether. You can also use this menu to change the size of the rotation grid or disable it. When we rotate an object, we can use this feature to adjust the direction of movement or rotation to the new state of the object. When we want to move the object, we can move the mouse in the same direction, or 2 or 3 directions at the same time by moving the mouse closer to one of the main axes. Also, when rotating, the object can be rotated in the direction of one of the 3 axes. To resize objects, you can change them along one axis, or 2 axes, or all 3 axes. By selecting the desired object and holding down the Alt key and moving that object, you can make a copy of it. Of course, you can also do this while rotating the object and make a copy of it. You can also change the page layout according to your needs or tastes. Save your layout through the window menu and save layout options. If you wish, you can return to the standard combination from the same menu and the option of Load Layout and Default Editor Layout. By right-clicking on this section and selecting the Hide tab, you can create more space for yourself. Left-clicking on this triangle will return the tab. Pressing Shift plus F11 and then maximizing the page will give you as much space as possible. Pressing the same keys again will return you to the previous state. Depending on your needs, you can click on this icon to view and edit the scene from all angles. Also, from the perspective menu and selecting one of the directions, you can view the scene from the same direction. However, with the right mouse button, you can move the screen and zoom in by scrolling the middle mouse button. From this menu, you can choose what position you want to view the scene. If you want to see the game scene without widgets, as seen inside the game, just press the G key. You can also delete other menus and pages by pressing the F11 key and assigning the entire page to the viewport. Here you can also have a view of the source panel. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. By subscribing and liking, you can contribute to keeping my projects alive. Thank you.